We talk a lot here at the Theology of the Body Institute about the 3 choices with erotic longing. I want to dive more deeply in this whole paradigm today. You may be familiar from other videos of this painting. My daughter Beth painted this. She calls it the 3 choices with Eros, or erotic longing. We can hold it all in, right? That's the Stoic approach. We can grasp at the pleasures of this world, and because they never satisfy, we think we need more and more and more. That's the way of the addict. So we're either the Stoic, we hold it in, we reach for the pleasures of this world and get addicted to them, the Stoic, the addict, or there's a third choice, and it's the way of the aspiring mystic. And this means learning how to open all of that energy, yearning, aching, pining, desire for life, for love, that desire we call Eros. The way of the mystic is learning how to open that erotic energy to the infinite mystery, hence the word mystic, the infinite mystery of divine love.
Divinity?
Over the years, lots of people have said, okay, Christopher, what does that mean? Give me an example. Well, these are things of the heart. And in order to get in touch with them, we need the language of the heart, and that's art. And for me, one of my favorite art forms, probably my favorite, is music. And what I want to do today is show you a clip from a U2 concert where we see Bono taking his Eros vertically and launching towards the stars.
You get that.
First, I want to give you a little bit of background, some of my journeying with this band. I first fell in love with their music when I was 13 years old in the early 80s. I have journeyed with this band for over 40 years. Their music is in my blood. I actually had an opportunity to meet Bono. I met Bono in 2005. Look at that young Christopher West with no gray hair. And look what Bono's holding. Bono's holding a copy of my book, Theology of the Body for Beginners. We had a lively exchange about the scriptures, about the theology of the body. He's a fascinating guy. I don't agree with all of his theology and his politics, but you cannot doubt that this man is a true believer that Christ is the Son of God in the flesh. Don't believe me? All right, let's check out this. I have a little clip from an interview where Bono really boldly confesses his life of faith in Christ. Check this out. Here we go.
To the scriptures for poetic truth, as well as the sort of historical stuff I'm interested in. And of course, there was a historical Jesus or
so
whatever.
Then what or who was Jesus as far as you're concerned?
I think it's a defining question for a Christian, is who was Christ. And I don't think you're let off easily by saying a great thinker or a great philosopher, or because actually he went round saying he was the Messiah. That's why he was crucified. He was crucified because he said he was the Son of God. So he either, in my view, was the Son of God, or he was
not.
No, nuts.
Nuts, yes.
Forget
yes.
rock and roll messianic complexes. This is Charlie Manson type delirium.
I love what Bono's saying here. He says, either he was the Son of God or he was nuts.
He's crazy.
Like Charlie Manson level delirium. He was either who he said he was or he was a madman not to be trusted. You don't get yourself off the hook by saying, oh, he was a wise teacher. Wise teachers don't go around saying they're God in the flesh. That's a madman, or he was God in the flesh. It gets better here. Check this out.
Charlie Manson type delirium. And I find it hard to accept that all the millions and millions of lives, half the earth for 2,000 years, have been touched, have felt their lives touched and inspired by some nutter. I don't believe it. I
So
think,
therefore it follows that you believe he was divine.
yes,
And therefore it follows that you believe that he rose physically from the dead.
yes, yeah. I mean, I've no problem with miracles. I'm living around them. I am one.
So when you pray, then you pray to Jesus,
Yes,
the risen Jesus.
yes,
And you believe that he made promises which will come true.
yes. I do.
There it is, my brothers and sisters, straight out of Bono's mouth. I believe that Jesus is divine. I believe that he rose physically from the dead. I believe that he made promises that will come true. It's pretty impressive, I must say, for a guy like this who's totally immersed in the secular world, has ridden that wave of rock and roll fame, still, after all these years, professing this belief in Christ. Impressive, impressive. But that was all just background so that you would know that I'm not just making this stuff up, that when Bono lets this cry come out of his heart and aims it heavenward, it's something holy. What I'm about to show you, I'm telling you, it's something holy. And to give you a little more background, let me just tell you this. Some years ago, Bono was being interviewed, and the guy interviewing him could not understand for the life of him how one of the biggest rock stars in the world had been faithful to his wife. And he's like, come on, Bono. You've been faithful to your wife? You have groupies around the world who want to have sex with you. And don't tell me you don't sing about erotic themes in your music. I know you do. Bono says, let me try to explain something to you. He says, when I sing about erotic themes, first it's a song of fidelity to my wife. But then he says, there's a moment in the music when Eros, he uses that very word, when Eros segues from the things of this world to the things of another world, to higher concepts of love, to things that are divine, to the transcendent realm. And he says, Eros segues to things of God. This is Bono. Crazy. I'm going to show you a clip now from a U2 concert from 2001 where we actually witnessed this happen to Bono. First, he's singing a song of fidelity to his wife. The song is called All I Want Is You. And there he is singing in front of 80,000 people at this concert. All these people, groupies there, right? Groupies in the front row or whatever. He's singing right over top of the groupies, right to the heart of his wife. All I want is you. And then the song transitions from a song about earthly marriage, right, to a song about the heavenly marriage. The song segues from All I Want Is You to a song about heaven called Where the Streets Have No Name. Now pay attention. When the song starts to shift, you'll hear the organ come in, wah, 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 and then Edge on his guitar, do, 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 do. And watch what happens to Bono's desire. All I Want Is You, right, aimed at his wife, becomes, it just launches him towards the stars. It becomes All I Want Is You, Lord. Check this out. is a man who yearns, who aches, who pines, and he feels it. He's having the courage to let it out. It's all the more poignant knowing that just 2 days before this concert, Bono buried his father. You can feel that longing for heaven. You know what Bono's doing here? Bono is teaching 80,000 people how to pray. He's teaching them how to pray. Why do I say he's teaching them how to pray? This is a rock concert. What do you mean he's teaching them how to pray? He's teaching them how to pray because, as the fathers of the church tell us, prayer is nothing other than becoming a longing for God. My brothers and sisters, what are the things you want? It's an exercise of desire to learn how to pray. We got to get in touch with the things we really want. Maybe you think you want this or you want that, some finite pleasure here, some finite pleasure there. Can you walk the way of letting your desire be redirected towards what you're really made for? No one is as free as the person who desires what he or she really desires. Can all I want is you become all I want is you? You have made us for yourself, O Lord, as St. Augustine says, and our hearts are restless until we rest in you. My point here in sharing this with you was not to make you a U2 fan, but it was to give you permission to be blessed by the art and the artists that help you get in touch with the cry of your heart. My goal here in sharing something that helps me get in touch with the cry of my heart is to prime your own pump and help you get in touch with the cry of your heart. This is prayer, my brothers and sisters, an exercise of longing, becoming a longing for God. If you want to learn more about becoming a longing for God, check out the link below, tobforfree.com, and we will send you 3 free sessions to our Theology of the Body Level 1 course. You won't be sorry, I promise you. It'll take you to a place where the streets have no name.